There's been no change in where we stand politically as a union. This is 100 times worse than PATCO ever dreamed of being. When you're talking, 700,000 people, their contracts just being taken away. Free speech is under attack. Unions are under attack.
Here to react, live at the desk, always a lady, unlike me, Fox News contributor, Liz Peek. Liz, there's a lot to dig into about Shawn Fain, but I would, anything that he's in favor of, I go,
You're nervous.
Yeah, nervous.
Well, look, I think, first of all, I think you mentioned earlier that some of the auto companies are going to be under a lot of pressure because of these tariffs, because of the fact that no car is totally manufactured here in the United States. So if they really do slam on parts, you're going to have cars that have a lot of inflated cost elements, let's say. And so what's going to happen? They're going to turn to the White House for handouts, for tax credits and everything else. So I think in the long term, you can see an increase in manufacturing automobiles in the United States because of a rearrangement of tariffs. And I say rearrangement because our cars going to Europe, as we all know, are charged 10% tariffs, and European cars coming here only 2.5%. No one has ever explained why that is so, but that is the case. So I don't know what the number is going to be on autos. If it is 25%, that seems pretty egregious. If it's 10, my guess is that will encourage some companies to manufacture here. Shawn Fain, look, is a political animal. He gets it that Trump right now is riding a popular wave. And he also gets it. A lot of Americans like the tariff idea. They do think we've been disadvantaged internationally, and they want to see tariffs from overseas pay for lower taxes here. I mean, I think that what we need from the president, frankly, on the verge of this big rollout, is I'd love to see an Oval Office address where he talks about deregulation, which is totally going forward in the way it's supposed to, and is very helpful to American industry, lower taxes, which hopefully is on the come, and also tariffs, and how all these things are going to work together for the American family, because at the end of the day, that's what people care about.
Yeah, I think a lot of consumers and investors are getting scared by, you listen to Peter Navarro, the president's advisor, talking about $600 billion a year from tariff collections, 2% of GDP. We thought we were getting art of the deal. This is leverage to get good concessions. You listen to Navarro, it sounds like they just want more government revenue. But I wanted to ask you about the Shawn Fain analysis. As Dagan referred to, you sometimes have to wonder, what is this union boss up to here? How is it in the interests of automaker or auto workers to have more bargaining power for government employees versus the taxpayer? There seems to be no connection. Now, I know UAW has some state and local government employees in their membership.
Right.
But to the politics, is this Fain delivering at the expense of his members for allies in the Democratic political coalition?
Yes, let's remember that in 1970, there were 1.5 million UAW members. Now there are about 300,000. They are looking for members under coffee tables. They need members. Astonishingly, their dues have held up really well. So what does that tell you? They are really gouging their membership, and they've got to deliver. They've got to deliver something. But he's a union guy. I mean, he's going to, support unions no matter where they work. Randy Weingarten's the same kind of lunatic union person. I don't blame her. That's her job. She's not an education person. Let's just be clear about that. But these people are all about unions, union dues, et cetera.
He's been organizing people on college campuses,
That's right,
like researchers. We know what they're about. And also, workers at Ford lost thousands of dollars in reduced pay and bonuses last year because he got behind the EV push by Biden. You gross, gross man. Moving on to more grossness, Tesla, the protesters, spanning across the nation, even abroad over the weekend. Do we have some video of that little line dance that they did? They were beating up toy Teslas. This is insanity, but it speaks to how much they actually hate American greatness, Liz. That's the best way I can sum it up.
Well,
and how dangerous they are.
I don't know if we're going to see a clip of that, but I mean, honestly, going after Tesla, going after Elon Musk, 2/3 of the country, according to Rasmussen, is in favor of the Doge efforts to streamline our government. Anyone who watched the Bret Baier interview the other night could not possibly disagree with the idea that our government is hopelessly technologically behind. It's rooted in 1950s technology and architecture. It has to get updated. And my gosh, Elon Musk talks about this being a revolution. It is a revolution. And he's literally, I think, the only guy, this group is the only people with this president and this administration who could possibly get this done. I wake up every morning thankful for Doge. I really do. I think it's the most exciting thing that could possibly happen for our inefficient, bloated, antiquated government. And everybody should be on board with it, honestly. All right, that's my rant of the night.
Makes sense.
I said ladylike. Thank you, Liz. Liz Speak, terrific to see you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.